Nobody's worked in a call center before. You see that? We got, come on, that's exciting. Hey, who in here, this is their first call center job? Anybody?
First call center job.
Come on. And we got people on the boards making money. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this, I'm going to go in there. All right, we got a bunch of people coming. All right, so this right here is where everybody sends back their stuff that either they didn't want to sign for or they didn't know what it was, so they returned to sender. So now we're trying to get it all to go back out so we can actually get our money from them. Through this door is actually where we produce and print all of the product. There we go. Hang on right there. All right, so now, this is the warehouse. We just recently moved everything into one room so we can actually be as efficient as possible, make sure we get the customers the correct items in the right manner and the right process. So, as we move forward, these are all of our screens that the artwork done with it and everything like that. This machine right here is what magnetizes the magnet and shoot through it really quickly and fall into the box there. Now this box right here, this is the most important box. This is the most important box in here. This is why it's so important when we get in there and we talk about listening skills, we talk about building the ad right, we talk about, you know, I got your name big and bold at the top with your phone number underneath that and your address, and all that information is correct. We have to make sure it's correct because this is how many times we mess up every single day. That's how many magnets we print, waste product on, use ink on that don't get to go out. And this box is not small. So that's why it's so important to make sure that we're listening, we're engaged, we're giving it our all, and we don't have any hesitation in what we're doing, right? Now, I mean that for everything. Your confidence level, your ability to do the job. If I didn't think you couldn't do it, you wouldn't be here. So you have to see yourself already having an ad on go, right? It could be print, it could be, you know, either they spelled the word wrong and it was right on the sales sheets, and then we'll go back and look at the sales sheets and see if we kind of messed up a little bit. It could be that one of these phone numbers in here were wrong because we didn't second guess if their number had changed or not for the county. It could be anything. One time it was all of the months were here, but the months weren't in order. Like it didn't go January, February, March. It just didn't do it right. So a lot of things can happen, but on our end, we want to make sure it's never our fault. All right. This is where all the shirts get printed. We're not really big into shirts right now, but this is where everything gets printed. All the artwork is on there. Our cups, everything. She's printing all the cups, so they kind of go on a cup-looking thing, and then just one by one start printing the cups. You know what this machine is?
Air compressor.
So this is the shipping yard. This is where everything gets put into the boxes. Let me see what we got here. All right, so this right here, everything goes into the box. We got the product in there, comes with their invoice. We make sure to get them as much product as possible. It looks like they're getting 2 boxes of complimentaries this time, and this is going to Caldwell County, Kentucky. So everything leaves our building right here. It's pretty cool to be so close. It's pretty cool to know what's going on, and that's the reason why we're back here. If you are going to be successful here or anywhere, I think you really need to see the bigger picture on what you're actually trying to do or what you're being brought in for. You know, sales is a job for the individual, for you to make as much money as possible, but sales is also what provides all of these jobs that don't bring in revenue. There's jobs that bring in revenue and jobs that take revenue. Does that make sense? And that's why we have to be so good at what we do, because our payroll, any company's payroll, all comes off of sales. And that's why what we do is so important to them, the families, our families, everybody who works for the company relies on sales. So we gotta make sure to do the best job we can every time. We're gonna go that way though. This is more of a warehouse. We're trying to rent this space out. So if you know anybody who needs a warehouse, let me know. Or if you you got a business proposal to open up a club back there, you know, whatever. I'm open. This is where most of our, I guess, inventory you could say is. Looks like we've got a ton of megaphones, and we'll grab them as we need them. You know, we buy everything from overseas as cheap of a rate as possible. Now here through these doors is where everything actually gets designed and it gets created and all the artwork's put together. So this is where our sales sheets go right after we sell a deal. It's a little bit quieter in there. Alright, so we got David and Chris back here. This basically, they're making sure that all of our information is right on the sales sheet. So the sales sheet that you write on gets sent back here. So if the handwriting sucks, we'll probably just have to rewrite the sales sheet after the deal whenever our hands are done sweating. So make sure that you really see whatever we sell, whatever we put on that sales sheet is what's going to happen. They're going to make it look pretty, but we have to make sure it's the right information. And that's why we have verification and all that fun stuff. Good morning, sir.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, Rhonda.
Hey, good morning.
All right, now we're back in the hallway, and this is where the women's restroom is, and the sales floor is actually right there, but it's break time. So if you guys want to go that way, the break room is that way, bathrooms are here. And also, will you let them know to park on this side of the building?
Absolutely.